Us first at 11, a North Carolina family says they're heartbroken after learning their loved one was killed. Michael O'Neill is identified as the victim who died in yesterday's officer-involved shooting in Summerville. Claire Weber joins us now with more from O'Neill's cousin on what he wants people to know about Michael. Claire?
Tessa, we had the opportunity to speak with Tom Nail today, who was first cousins with Michael O'Neill. He says while so many questions are still left unanswered, he wants to make sure people know his cousin was a good person.
He did for others. You know, he really gave of himself to family and to friends and to anybody. And he was the guy that was always going to be smiling.
A family is left mourning the sudden and shocking death of their loved one. The Berkeley County Coroner's Office has identified 39-year-old Michael O'Neill as the man shot and killed by an off-duty Summerville police officer. His cousin says O'Neill is the man in the black shirt in this video we received of the altercation that happened in front of a Chick-fil-A parking lot. Tom Nail says his cousin was on a lunch break and had no idea it would be the last thing he did.
He didn't deserve that. I don't care what was said in that Chick-fil-A. I don't care anything that was said was not worth his life.
O'Neill was from North Carolina and was only visiting the Summerville area for work. Nail says his cousin and their entire family supports and respects law enforcement. He thinks the incident would have gone differently had O'Neill known the other man was an officer.
Michael would have never fought a cop because he saw his dad come home with a badge on every day for his entire life. If he had known that that was a police officer, there's no way that there would have been any altercation whatsoever. Michael would have stopped in his tracks.
Nail describes his cousin as a family man. O'Neill was an uncle and loved spending time with his many nieces and nephews. Nail says the family is trying to trust law enforcement to do their job and investigate thoroughly, but he admits this loss has shaken them all.
His mom and dad really depended on him to support them. He was the force in the family for good. He was the person that helped everybody else, and this is going to leave a huge hole.
We've continued reaching out to both SLED and the Berkeley County Coroner's Office for any new information, but we've been told the investigation is still ongoing. Claire Weber, News 4.